Welcome to livemain.com. With domestic passenger market shrinking, airlines in India are looking at innovative ways to increase their revenue. One of them being flying to areas like Gulf. We have couple call with us to explain why the airlines are taking this particular route. Welcome to Live Main, couple. Why do you think the Gulf routes are so critical and are becoming so critical for airlines in India?
You see, first of all, there is an issue of overcapacity in the domestic markets. And when airlines address overcapacity issues, it's always not possible to return aircraft. It is not always possible to take off capacity. You could actually ground your planes, but the conditions of returning the aircraft are very, very tough. So when you have overcapacity issue that you're addressing, you are always looking at best use of that capacity. And to me, the best use of capacity is to fly within a 5-hour band, which actually allows your 737 equipment to be utilized properly. Jet is actually within the 5-hour band to Far East, to Malaysia, to Singapore, even to Middle East, is using very extensively the 737-800 equipment. Second issue is that it will help them in terms of utilizing their capacity in markets which is better than the domestic markets, number one. Second most important factor is the market to Gulf is still very robust.
And a couple of quick points you mentioned. One was that you think the traffic from Middle East hasn't slowed down. Though there have been so many reports that there have been workers coming back from these regions which are largely dominated by low-labored construction workers who kind of go to this region. Like, how optimistic are you that this will continue?
I think there is a traffic slowdown in the premium traffic to Middle East. There is been the number of, if you look at the growth that we saw in the Middle East markets, especially between UAE over the last 3 to 4 years, from that comparison the numbers are lesser. But sure, it is better and is holding better than any other international market. Most important, there are historical ties between India and Middle East from that perspective. If you're looking at an equipment like an Airbus 330 and operating to Middle East at the present moment, that would be indeed an incorrect strategy. At the present moment, I think using a 737 equipment, especially there is enough market at the back end, which is still, for example, if you go to Sharjah, there's still a back end market, back end of the plane market. If you go to Abu Dhabi, there is still a market there. Rest of the points in Middle East, there is still a market which needs to be exploited. Most of the other factor is that over a period of time, maybe a couple of quarters, growth on the international is going to resume. But it's not that they're going to make money in the first year. But I think for strategically, it's a good sense rather than putting that capacity in the domestic markets.
You mentioned that they will not sort of make money in those routes yet. Compared with, let's say, Europe or US, what's the difference in terms of getting a break-even on routes like Middle East? Is there a huge difference? And also, like, when does one start making profits?
Well, I think if you look at an international and taking Jet's example, I think the stated position is about 18 months to break even to a long-haul flight. And I think it could be between 18 to 24 months, depending upon the economic activity and the period by which you're operating these flights. Obviously, overall direction of the economy, issues of yields and things like that would impact your financial performance in route. But by and large, safer to say 18 months to 24 months. But in the Middle East, I think, taking Jet's example again, I think they have been able to break even within 9 to 12 months.
Thank you so much. Thank you.